Well, I've always had a passion working with children. I love growing minds, and I always wanted to be a pediatric nurse from a very early age. My specialty was working with children and families, or children with chronic illnesses and their families. I felt that families were an extremely important part of a child's hospitalization, and I used to really advocate to have 24-hour visiting for families. And in teaching, I always said that we don't have difficult families. We have families in difficult circumstances. Both being a nurse and being a female, there certainly were obstacles and that. And I just found that one had to be determined and to keep moving forward. Throughout life, we all have sort of our knocks and our down times and that. But I truly believe one can choose how to deal with those, and one can crawl in a hole or one can move forward. And I guess I believe in moving forward, and it's always served me well. I think comforting someone is just by listening, by being there. Sometimes a touch, sometimes it's a smile, sometimes it's just being there. I've been doing work, and our CFUW Guelph is partnered with the Bridges Out of Poverty program. Women in Leadership is one of our big directions that we're working on right now, and we're looking at, our poverty movement and the whole basic income and our partnership, because one of the things is that it's fine to put things on paper, but I think it's also really important to put some action behind that. And certainly the working with the youth legacy, and that's where we are working with children who have lost a parent or a close grandparent. And it was my favorite day of the whole year, was just working with, spending a day with these children in various activities as they worked through grief. And I just remember one little boy that had been working with, a little 4-year-old whose father was dying and died during the time I was working with him. And a few months later, I was somewhere in the community, and all of a sudden I heard, "Isobel," and this child ran across the room and jumped in my arms and just about knocked me over, both physically and emotionally. The greatest thank you that you could ever have. I certainly cannot take a lot of the credit here. I'm working with some superb people who are looking at this whole issue with the hope of promoting having more women run for political office, as well as other leadership positions. So seeing the barriers and trying to overcome them sounds easy, but lots to do.